You need the backup. And so that's why when you do Kinobody, some rich woman will take care of me. So we're just a couple weeks away from the launch, really close. It's like it's flying by. I'm just running through all the possibilities.
Do you think you would only sell a third?
Spencer came all the way from Montreal, Canada to Toronto to work with me. Who owes me a favor right now? With this clothing line, there is a risk. There's $100,000 US that's on the line. It could sell out in the first few hours. It's just like, I have no clue. Spenny, how are you? So Spencer's my cousin. She's 24 years old. And for the last few years, she's been working with internet entrepreneurs. She's been getting really good at the back-end stuff of online businesses, running and managing the email list, setting up sales pages, doing all these sequences that are really key and crucial to support the business. So we have to get Shopify ready because that's what's gonna take the orders.
Yeah.
I added my bank account to it, so it's approved. But we have to set every shirt, every color, every size, we have to get it plugged in. That way if someone buys it, like once we're out of that inventory, it's done. When I found out I was gonna be doing the clothing line on my own, I know my personality well enough where I'm just go. I wanna go create the best stuff, put my time in there. I wanna put my time in really building the community, launching it. And the back end stuff is just gonna slow me down. You just need a couple superstars. And Spencer, I think she's a star. She's self-motivated, she's driven. And that's what I look for in an employee. Like, who is the star?
Basically what I'm looking at is like all of the screws are tightened. No loose ends whatsoever, because that's often the issue. I had some reservations, some fears, some like reservations around working with family and what that would mean.
We don't wanna oversell it by accident.
No, definitely not. Greg, he is such a personality.
Why not just take a long weekend, Thursday to Tuesday? I mean, relax.
He's a goofball. He likes to go on like trails of jokes and just like let go and have fun. But so far so good. It's actually been a really great balance. Like, he's been extremely passionate about the Kino clothing and everything that comes. So knowing that he's excited about the clothing line makes me excited for like this whole new thing, starting from scratch, a brand new tech stack with the marketing. That for me, it actually like clicked in my gut, and I knew like I'm gonna go in on this.
The mailing list is good. We got a couple thousand people on the mailing list.
One thing I added in, because this is gonna be sick, is asking them to make sure that the UTM parameters pass through.
This list, could we import this onto Facebook and advertise to them?
Yes.
That's something we can do.
100%.
Okay.
And actually we need to do that.
So if you don't open the email, we're gonna find you.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna find you on Facebook, we're gonna find you on Google, we're gonna find you on Pornhub.
Yes,
whatever
sir.
it takes. You're gonna wanna get this clothing. Okay.
Do you think that getting hungry again about going deep into your business is another form of fulfillment?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, way more fun. If I don't have something to really focus on, I'm not happy.
No.
So I need something to do. I need like a target, I need like a mission. It's like, the whole point for me is like, I wanna build a business that is so fucking awesome, and like the brand is so cool, and like it's not salesy, it's just freaking sick, that I can go and do other things in life when I want to.
Yeah,
if when I go into film, like people are just gonna look back and be like, yeah, fucking Greg just crushed the fitness scene, crushed the clothing line, and he did it like the most. And I think I have 100% for sure, but I want to even do it even more. When I embrace my highest values, creating cool YouTube content, that's when I'm happiest, for sure.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited for even myself. This is a cool journey for me to work on with you. And what I'd be wondering is like, is this the big thing for you? Like, I have full belief in you. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you feel about what's to come?
I've just been like, not like reborn, but I feel I'm so ready. Awesome. Like back in 2015, when my heart was in it and I was just waking up every day to accomplish my dreams, I haven't felt like that for a long time. And like the last few months, I'm so ready. And even the risks that we're taking and all that, it makes it more rewarding. Even my father said to succeed, one of his favorite quotes is to succeed without risk is to win without glory. And so like we're putting things on the line. I'm pumped. I've proved I can build the fitness company, and so now we're doing something different. And at the end of the day, I just fucking love the product we're making, and I am pumped. I'm thinking about what else we can do to just do like a huge December launch. I think one of the best things to do is like getting on podcasts.
Yeah.
And so we could identify some like really good podcasts. I've learned that certain audiences and advertising you can do that does nothing, but if someone is listening to a podcast for 45 minutes, they're engaged and they listen. And so like it's way more powerful getting on a podcast than getting tagged on some Instagram influencer that has 10 million followers. I never ask for favors from anyone. Like people ask me like, hey, can you get me on this? Can you do this? Can you show me out? I never ask people for favors. But this time I'm like thinking like I'm like, who owes me a favor right now? It'd be cool if there's like a business podcast or like a fashion podcast.
Yeah.
Any fashion podcast.
Because the angle you'd want to go on is the startup of the clothing line.
Startup of the clothing line.
So it is business oriented. So it's a whole journey that you'd want to share.
So one of the things that people don't realize is how much work is done behind the scenes in isolation, late at night, on the computer for hours and hours on end. You know, when you see things from the outside perspective, it's like, oh, he's filming videos, or he's driving a Lambo, he's at the gym working out, he's doing this. It's like, in order to be able to do that stuff, you need to spend 10 times as much time and energy behind the scenes. And right now, I probably spent the last 2 years working with clothing designers and manufacturers. I probably spent the last 5-6 years really developing my style and what I think looks really, really good. And so there's been a ton of time that has gone into this clothing line. I didn't wake up one day and just said, I want to start a clothing line. I've been developing my style for several years. I've been developing what I think really looks good. I've been saving my favorite pieces, showing it to designers, saying, let's cut this, let's cut that. You gotta spend your time in the mountains. I want to grow this line in the right way and get this clothing in the hands of the people that are gonna really fucking look awesome in it. It's about creating a really unique business that is fucking badass. And so I don't need to get this in every store under the sun. I just want to bring this line to life in a way that is fucking sick.